We are working on Gleaner L3, taking some of the parts off. That shaft is not straight, and the belt got really tight. The spring compression thing's not moving, so I gotta take this off.
Separator clutch?
Whatever, separator clutch, that's it. And then to get to that, they gotta take this off. This one elevator off. That's what they're working on now.
And you set it all the way down to the ground. There we go. You should be able to set it right here.
Yep.
There we go. It wasn't. Hopefully it's strong enough. Yep.
Too ridiculous. It seemed like it went down fine.
Did it compress together?
Yeah.
Seemed to move fine. You're going to take off the separator clutch on L2 Gleaner. It's probably the same as the L, and then it's probably the same as our L3. No, it was binding up, and our belt was really tight on our other one, so we had to have our mechanic from way back when tell us how to do it, because we weren't sure. So now we're just doing this video for everyone else that doesn't know how to do it. No, I didn't.
Might want to talk what you're doing.
Okay. I'm just taking the plate off for this guard for the unloader here. Just 2 bolts. And it just pops off. And I always screw the bolts back on so I don't lose them. If I can get it here.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah, it's not super warm. All right, so now we gotta take off this, forget what it's called. Whatever, the tack. And I guess they're really expensive. They're like $300-400 I guess new, so I guess the idea is not trying to break them.
Am I in your way or no?
No, you're good, fine. Yeah, just pop off those little guys. So there's a flat part there, right next to the thing there. You just take a punch and be careful not to miss it. It's normal thread too. That's another thing we were never sure of, what was normal thread and what wasn't. Oh, and there's a grease zerk there too. It's probably important to grease that. Little bolt that pretty much screws into there. Move that out of the way. Pop top so you won't ruin it. So then we're getting a little, I can maybe break it.
Be easier with this thing out of the way this auger.
Yeah, we could take the auger out. To take the whole like pulley thing off here, you gotta take this auger off, which is a couple bolts up top, a couple bolts on bottom. But first, find the master link and take that out the bottom. It pops right off. It's not too bad. I didn't have to do it on our L3 though, so I guess I can't talk. So both of them are zip tied there, so that must be important to zip time to it. Let's feed those out.
You're gonna have enough room to get this pulley off?
Did before.
With the auger still on?
Did before.
Oh.
Maybe this one's different, I don't know. I already did. I just did it with the flathead. There's not a belt. Alright. That loose. Where's that 3/4? And everything seems to be 3/4 on this combine too, I guess.
What you doing?
Just taking off the chopper belt. Just to take it off this pulley here. Be careful, don't rip that off. Alright, so then your big drive belt can come off. How the heck did we get her up there? Okay, I don't know if this one will come off. There's it. I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about the pulley. There we go. Which way do I want to find it? There are words on it? Nope. Okay. Now we can take off the little screws on there. You probably could leave them on, but just one more thing to break off. We're not sure if we're gonna take this whole thing off and put it on the other one, or take that magnet part and put it on. We haven't decided yet. Yeah, I guess the new magnets are what, $1,100, right?
Yep.
And we're too cheap, so.
Well, you'll be able to compare those cogs too.
Yeah, I think those will be fine. Yeah, then we can, and those cans in there too, we can show you those. This one didn't have a little metal shield like the L3 did.
What's the metal shield?
It just protects this from hitting more stuff. Or maybe it did and it just came
Someone
off.
already used it, maybe worked on it.
Maybe we took it off once before. Or your separator comes off. This is usually why a piece of stock or something breaks one of those connections off. I think I had it happen once or twice.
So it'd be much easier with that elevator gone.
Oh yeah, if this elevator was gone, it'd be super easy. Okay, yep, that's good. So you can get this pulley off. This is the one that's reverse thread. Our mechanic said, oh, he had some special bar that went in there that he could hit, but we don't have nothing like that, so we're doing with all tools everyone should have. Hopefully. Where's that bar? This right there. All right, Daddy, so you want to hold that? Well, get it like this, then it's reverse, so I figure how to get up there. This tire's bigger than the other one.
Because we're spinning it on that
Yeah,
way.
we're gonna
So
think that you're tightening it, so.
yeah.
I feel better hitting you than Roger. Yeah, he was holding it, so I had my leg there and foot. And... Okay, we good?
Yeah, I think so. coming.
You change the angle. Right there.
There we go.
Roger said that was going to be really hard, but we must just get lucky. Ooh, just barely touched that.
That's the way it is.
Perfect. They
That's the
engineered
way
it
it
perfect. Yeah, our mechanic Roger, he's how old? What, 70 some?
Yeah.
He's worked at Alice dealers all over. White. He's a wizard. All right. Take these other two off. Or four. They're not on super tight, but tight enough. Because I always wonder how tight people put stuff on when you put it back. Because I think we'll make a video probably putting it back together too.
On here.
Now we're good.
I just had to restart.
Okay, so now this plate comes off of here. We just spray some juice in there. It helps it a little bit maybe. We don't know. Probably doesn't hurt.
The other one came off kind of hard.
Well, I wouldn't say it's hard, but.
I thought you said the other one didn't have a plate.
So, what you gotta do is flex this plate a little bit. Oh, it's already loose. The other one didn't come off that easy.
Okay, this is a lot better shape. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, I can feel it.
There's a little bit more.
Okay, so what you're looking for, I guess, is new ones. This metal part is what it rides on, because you don't want to touch in this magnet. So yeah, where it's wearing is this metal ring on the outside. That's why you don't want to pry too hard when you're doing it. I don't think you could ruin it. It's pretty thick, but you know, it'll get cracks and stuff. You'll see the other one, but I'd say it's used, but you know, it probably still will work.
Better than the other one.
Yeah, it's better than the other one, not much, but. But you can also see if you look in here how much more war this is. Maybe we should get a new plate too, but yeah, that's where it rides.
This one's looks
So,
worse than
and this, I think that just pops out. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
There's a key in there, so that's probably why.
Let's screw that back on there then.
We'll see. Because yeah, then how we took it off was we just screwed a bolt in there, hit it with a hammer, and had two big pry bars with blocks, and we just pried it out and it came out. So that's how the rest of that comes out. But yeah, this is probably just stuck because that's where the big key's at. So
And then we had to take out the elevator to pull off a pulley completely.
so you got to do that, which isn't horrible. So
Just takes time.
all right, well that ends that section. So we'll compare the other ones and figure out what we're gonna do. Yeah. Can't believe that had anything to do with it though.
Because this is down.
All right, so this is the front one that's off right off the I don't know, thresher head. So the separator runs this pulley directly. So when we took it off, we weren't sure if which bolt pattern it's supposed to be on. And I'm assuming that they're separated separate, not as like whole piece, balanced. So with these holes, well, yeah. So I don't think I'm too worried about it. It's just always nice to know that you're putting it exactly the way you took it apart. But yep, just something we overlooked. All right, so this was our problem. So there's a little greaser hole right here that our L2 had, but this was never on, so never once gave it a thought. But that's where the grease goes, into this spot right here. and that's why it's all dry, and that's why it was binding up. So we're doing all this because one grease zerk fell out and we didn't notice it. So that grease looks kind of dry down there. Yeah, once you got out a couple inches in, it was fine. But yeah, all this grease is like brown. So I've just been cleaning up the other ones. These are the front ones. Clean up those all nice. So I guess I'll do a little more cleaning up here. See how when you use Scotch-Brite, you're not gonna damage it. That's the reason why I'm using it. You're not gonna take off too much material. Yeah, these two pieces fit together pretty nicely. You know, desert that. Fell out, broke off. Someone didn't think it was necessary, who knows. There we go, that all it took. Who wouldn't have known that was the problem? Could have put a grease zerk on it, pumped it full of grease. Everything would have been working fine, I'm sure. That's why we're doing all this, because one little grease zerk. Because you can say it's partially our fault because we had an L2 before this, so we should have known that the grease zerk was there and it wasn't there. And put it back together here. Actually, clean this up even a little better. Make sure that snap the snap ring back on. I'll just take a vice grip and do it. Doesn't help that this table rolls, I guess. Okay. Make sure they sit in the holes there. It's important. So I'll try to pick up the camera here. So these can get wore a little bit on the cams there. That, I won't even say that's wear. That one's a little bit more. That's just maybe a little bit wore. But yeah, they're 500 a piece, something like that. So, you know, maybe if they were really bad. But, come on. So I don't think we're gonna get new cams then for that. A little bit that it is. So my mistake when I took it apart was I didn't mark these little nubs that go into there. Because I don't think it matters too much, but this I can easily tell, you know, that this one was right here. That's just, you know, another thing when someone's taken apart, think about that. Because I was trying to mark everything. I thought I had everything and I still missed some stuff, so. And another important thing, make sure you put this needle bearing back in there. Put some more grease around it, I guess. So that goes in there. There we go. Seems to roll. I don't think you'd have too much grease in here, so. All right. So we had a press because we weren't sure how much weight this was going to be. And then one guy said that it's like 135 pounds and he was able to do it. So we'll try doing that since we got Spencer here and see how it goes, if it's possible to do or not. So. All right. Just wait, let me see if I can do this here. You could get a bigger plate around that. Okay, well I think you could do it that way. We're not gonna. We'll just put it in the press. Now we got our patent pending doohicker here. Why don't you just push this up a little higher? And it's an Alice part. The one blade. The one orange blade. Yeah, so I made one. Didn't probably need one. I wasn't sure how hard it was to do, but. That's going. Well, that's working then.
How many torques?
I don't know, they weren't on very tight. 30 foot-pounds maybe. And it didn't seem like they had any lock thread on them either, so I think it stays pretty secure. Alright, so we just gotta slap that monster back on here. Stupid heavy stuff. He needs to go a little further. I think.
Yep, there's a gap there.
Yeah, it needs to go. Huh.
Sounds like bottom out. This way then we know 2 go in instead of 1, trying to figure out.
Well, spacing.
Yeah.
Well, give me those 4. You can give me 3 of them, I guess. Actually, it's probably better to do it the other way. But probably gotta get a punch. Easier. Move it. I use 2 punches. So you won't be able to get it. I gotta get it lined up better. Now that I pushed it on there.
You want to put a bolt on there like that, and then put.
Okay, spin it.
And
This is the one we're supposed to skip.
oh, that's
Okay.
oh, look at that Zerk. There she be. Then there's a Zerk in back here too, then, or what? No, there ain't one here.
No. So I mean, yeah, that Zerk greases everything all the way through it.
Oh, so for 6 years at least, right?
Yeah, at least. Sure. And on. In case we can't get it on while it's off.
Oh, yeah. Put you down. Oh, I gotta. Okay, now you can go.
Okay, now you can put it on.
Nope.
We'll tap that back on, I guess.
I don't have to tap it too hard now.
Rod. It's probably essentially it all hold tight together too.
That's probably good. Centrifugal force.
I know, but then you're squeezing all of it together.
Oh.
Elevator here back together. Just putting the bolts in there. A few bolts up there. So battery's dead, so I didn't do this, but yeah, I just got the little wires there, come up, and then this is just the way it was routed. It was like routed behind here and then up and over. And then before it was zip tied, so we're gonna zip tie this again. I'm thinking just so then like the weight as it spins, it doesn't pull out or something like that. Yeah, there's a grease zerk right there, and that's a zerk that does your inside bearing. So it's, you know, it's that guy right there. There's a hose or a little tube that's drilled out, and that's how that oil or grease gets back there. And then your one on this, wherever it's at, the one that we fixed, and that one does the middle sleeve there. What now? That chopper belt, or that belt right at your feet. Needs to get around this way. There you go. I guess we can put it on later too. I thought it was on the machine already. We can just do that later.
Well, while it's here,
Okay.
you
All right.
need help.
Whew, it's really bad from down there. Can you get in there? There we go. Okay. There we go. Good there.
Should we tap a board?
Yeah, I can't
Hey,
really get in there. Okay, there we go. Gotta line up the holes. There we go. Started.
yeah, they're in. There's the.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna keep sliding.
Oh.
Binding out.
In out there.
Yeah, it's not pulling.
There it is. It's moving in.
You know, it's so bad.
Do you need any lock nut done or?
I don't think so. This bolt in here is also reversed too.
Well, that's a special one there, right?